All right, good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. Welcome back, everyone. Good morning, guys. Welcome back. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Happy Wednesday, guys. Let me just bring this up here. Whoa. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Let me just make sure you guys can hear me all loud and clear, and we will jump right back in because gold's had a very, very nice move up here in Asia. More so pre-London, actually. Look at this lovely, lovely, lovely move up here on gold, guys. Look at this. Textbook, textbook, textbook. Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Good day from Melbourne. Hey, man. Good to have you back. What's going on, guys? Audio and video good. Awesome. Thank you, man. If you guys are new here, welcome. My name is Aaron, also known as Aaron Trades. I've been trading for the last 7 years and mainly focused on gold futures here in the European session. So welcome back, everyone. Good to be back on with you guys. Good to see some familiar faces back again. We had a very nice trade yesterday on stream. We'll see what we get for the day. Gold's already had a very, very, very nice run up here. About 3:30, 4 a.m. London time. Amazing, amazing gold buys here. Absolutely beautiful. So we'll cover that. We'll see what we get for the day. And yeah, we'll look at all markets as well. NQ did end up having a pretty decent, very decent sell-off yesterday. I took a small loss trying to buy NQ up into them highs. Before then, you ended up having a huge, huge, huge sell-off on NQ. Now, before we do anything, let's have a quick look at the news for the day. We had Trump speaking yesterday. We had Powell speaking as well. So gold got pretty volatile yesterday. You ended up having a massive, massive sell-off here on gold. Then you pull back, tag the lows, rebroke back higher. So very, very, very nice breakout there on Goldie. Now let's have a look. So what do we have today? Wednesday, the 24th of September. We had some Australian dollar CPI news. In terms of US dollar news, we don't have anything today. There's nothing on the calendar scheduled in. Tomorrow we do have final GDP at 1:30 London time, and then on Friday we have core PCE price index. So not that much on the calendar today, which is good. You know, even though there's not much on the calendar, you can still see gold's had an absolutely amazing breakout here in Asia. Even two great trades in Asia. Tag the highs, broke out, lovely sells. Where are you selling into? These lows here. Once you tag the lows and break out, cool, more buys. Two very, very, very nice opportunities in Asia. Very, very nice opportunities. So we will we'll see what London gives us for the day, guys. Remember, we can look at all markets as well. Feel free to send in anything else that you guys are looking at. Doesn't have to just be gold. Feel free to ask over any questions. We can run over a lot here this morning. Like I say, we had a great trade on stream yesterday. Here we had a lovely buy, so we'll see what we get. See what we get here today. See what we get for the day. Asia had some nice moves there. Yeah, Asia had some very, very nice moves here. Looks like Asia had two great opportunities. Especially here. Tag the ties, close bearish. You know, shorting down these lows here was beautiful. Dakota got a nice short on slow markets. Really nice. On gold. Did you get it on gold? Very nice. Ended up coming down, tagging the lows in a beautiful breakout. Beautiful breakout. Short you just mentioned, yeah, nice, nice, nice. Yeah, that short in slow markets was beautiful, right here. That's perfect, absolutely perfect. Tag the highs, hold 3,800, closed bearish, boom, lovely short. What did it look like on the high time frame? Yeah, look at that, lovely 30-minute liquidity gap, rebroke back lower. Also, very nice hourly liquidity gap. You also had previous 4-hour lows as well. So previous 4 hour was bearish. Came down, tagged the 4-hour lows, rebroke back higher. That's what Goldie absolutely loves to do. So we can see here, Goldie is just following the plan absolutely beautiful. You just have to be patient for these setups. But look at this, you break out, you come back down, you tag the lows, you fill this whole entire range, 200 ticks. You come down, tag the lows, you end up having an absolutely huge push up yesterday. And here again today, you come down, you tag the lows, you're already up another 200 plus ticks here. So absolutely amazing, amazing moves here on gold. Literally just using very simple liquidity levels. Understanding liquidity, looking for the breakouts and taking good trades. You guys who were here yesterday, after we jumped off our session, gold ended up having the whole entire rip higher. So we got taken out here on gold. You then ended up having the whole entire push that we were looking for. So it was an absolutely amazing, amazing, amazing run. So like I said to you guys, keep these levels on your charts because you see how well they play out. An absolutely huge push. And then a bit of a range in New York session. How was your fast market session yesterday? Yeah, fast market was good. I took a small loss on gold, small loss on NQ. I took the day like minus 270 or something. And then gold ended up having a huge sell-off here. But what I was basically looking for yesterday on gold, which we're kind of looking for here today, is just buying back up into these all-time highs. That's what I was looking for on slow markets yesterday. I took a trade yesterday on fast markets. Was it on the 15? I'm sure it was on the 15. Here. Took longs fast markets here off this 15, trying to play this 15-minute morning star to come up and tag the highs. But once you kind of wait the highs, close back below, I cut the trade at a small little loss there. Before then, you ended up ranging, and then you had a huge sell-off at 7:45 London time, and now you're starting to pull back higher. So, in terms of what we're looking at here for today, you did close back below 3,800 here on gold, which is interesting. However, to me, gold is still very bullish. We're still so bullish. And look at this 4-hour time frame. You just tagged the lows, you've closed very, very bearish. You're coming for a bit of a pullback, so I want to be buying this on gold. I certainly don't want to be selling this. And to be honest, from where we're currently at, this is a good area to just start looking for some longs. You came down for this beautiful liquidity grab here in Asia, tagged the lows. Lovely. Look at this. Absolutely textbook. This is the nicest trade so far here, especially buying gold. Look at this absolutely beautiful morning star play. Morning star play below a level of liquidity. So you literally could have bought here at 4 a.m. You're risking off the lows. What do you have up into this resistance? How many ticks is this? 150 plus ticks. Absolutely amazing. Amazing trade. So yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing if we can get long here on gold to continue pushing back up into these levels back up here. To be honest, it's not a bad area to start looking for longs from here. So if we start to break out, yeah, I would like to look for these longs. Back up into these all-time highs. I think you probably get a lot of people trying to maybe short here on gold. And I want to see if we can. I want to see if we can break this back higher. Let me just go. Where are we? Let's change this to ticks. Tag New York. Yeah, New York session low and reversed. Yeah, absolutely amazing, man. It was absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. That breakout was literally perfect. Absolutely perfect. So now that we've come down, tag the lows, and we've broken out here, yeah, I want to see this continue pushing higher. I have no reason to short gold, especially even when I look at my currency chart. You tagged 4-hour lows, you've closed bullish. Yeah, to me this is looking good for longs from here, to be honest. And maybe at this 15 close I may just take it. Nice, caught both the short and long in Asia. Amazing, man, amazing. Yeah, Asia with the play. Asia with a very, very nice play. Yeah, if you've got the longs and shorts, man, you're done for the day. Count locked out. Absolutely amazing. Two great trades. Yeah, we'll look at NQ as well. Just see how Goldie's going to close here on this 15, because to me this is looking good. This Audi looks like it's almost ready to just start flipping from here. Look at where we're at here. This is a good area to just be buying. We're back at the support. We want to see this drive from here, especially in this 4-hour. We want this 4-hour to flip bullish, and probably just adjust this then previous 4-hour highs. And from here up into here, 80 plus tick range. Beautiful, beautiful. You'd be risking off like 3,800 or something like that. How much do I normally risk per trade? $200 to $300 on average. Oh no. 4 I'm not allowed to bring my phone in. Bad timing. Damn, that's crazy. That was literally the perfect trade as well. That's so typical. So typical. So if I get long on gold from here. Yeah, risking 100 ticks is huge. So I'm going to have to trade micros here, because these ranges are very big here. Ranges are very, very, very big. That was my trade from yesterday. Let me get rid of all this analysis here. Let's see a long on GC from 3807. 3807 up here with a target of 3817. Yep, I like the targets. I do like the targets. I'm down 2,000 from Asia, so I need to hit this to break even. That's not a good mindset to trade from, man. There's no such thing as needing to hit a trade to hit break even on the day. No such thing. Unfortunately, the markets don't really care about what we want to happen. If you're down, 2,000, then it's not a bad idea to lock it out, man. Lock it out for the day, depending on what account size you're trading, what buffer you have, etc. Each trade you take is a brand new trade in the markets. You can never bring over previous trade experiences into a new trade. So regardless of if you're down for the day, that trade's been and gone. This is a brand new trade. Always be thinking about that next trade. Don't be so worried about what has happened. Be focused on what's right in front of you. If you weren't minus 2,000 on the day, would you be buying here and holding up into 2017? And if the answer is yes, cool. Then you're following your plan. If the answer is no, then that's a good reason to lock out for the day. Tomorrow's a brand new day, man. Brand new day. But I do like that 3817. I mean, to be honest, I like all-time highs here on gold. I just want to get a little bit of a pullback so we can see if we can buy here. So 15 minutes just had a little bit of a gap up there, top wick. So I like the longs from here on gold. I just want to see a little bit of a quick pullback to see if we can get it. But remember, guys, we have these risk management features here on Topstep for a reason. Depending on your risk per trade, make sure the first thing you guys want to do when you get your funded account or you get a combine is you want to go right into them settings. You want to set your max daily loss limits, and when they're hit, they're hit. You're locked out for the day to stop yourself from going on tilt and blowing up. One feature Topstep did release yesterday, which is pretty cool, is this right here. So you can set up these brackets now, which is cool. Might try and use this a little bit more. Wait for London Open. Yeah, maybe, man. I'm not in the trade just yet, but if it shapes up, I don't really mind too much. If it's there, it's there. London Open doesn't do anything crazy that you're going to get massive moves. If it doesn't trigger in the next, 5 minutes or so, you could. But to be honest, look at the hourly. It doesn't matter if you're waiting for London Open or not. It's a decent level to buy. Just buy it. Don't think too much. It's broken above. It's holding support. Just look to get in the trade. The only reason I'm not in long just yet is because the 15 didn't close bullish. If this 15 closed bullish, I'd be in this right now. I don't really too mind if it's not London Open. It's broken out. It's holding a decent level. It's a good area to buy. It's a nice area to buy. If I'm 5 minutes away from the hourly candle, then yeah, I'll wait for it. But it's not really waiting for session opens. It's more so if the hourly's gonna close in 5 minutes and I'm about to take a trade, you may as well just wait for it. But this still has another 13 minutes. Yeah, we can have a look at. Let's have a look at NQ. Let's have a look. NQ. So NQ ended up having a very decent sell-off yesterday. A very, very, very decent sell-off. You can see this daily time frame never actually closed back above 25,000. And we created 2 equal highs here yesterday, which is very surprising. So to me, NQ still can get bought up. We did close bearish yesterday, but if you look at how many times we've closed bearish in this big run to all-time highs, it's been bought back up so many times. So let's have a look here. Let's have a look. So we got that nice double top above. You had a pretty decent sell-off here yesterday. Now you are bouncing here, which is pretty nice. So you're already having a decent bounce here. So Goldie's almost flipping bullish here now, guys. Goldie's almost flipping bullish. Wow, look at that. I mean, NQ's already on a pretty decent run here. So I kind of want to see how you react around here for potential pullback to keep buying. This kind of already had a very decent bounce here off this support. You had a nice hourly fake out there at 3 a.m., similar to gold. And you're having a pretty decent run here already. I'll be looking to buy NQ, but I wouldn't be buying from here now. So I'll see a little bit of a pullback, then see if you can continue buying. Aaron, aren't you worried that we are overbought and at risk for a major pullback? It's not really your job to worry about what might happen. If you were worried that this was overbought, you know, look how much opportunity you would have left on the cards. 4,600 ticks. Gold is not the market to worry about what might happen. Trade what's right in front of you. If we're tagging lows and breaking bullish, go long. If we tag highs and close bearish, cool, you know, we'll go short. Like here in Asia, there's a nice short. But now that you've tagged lows and closed bullish, trade what's right in front of you. Don't trade what you think. Don't trade the fact that, you know, there might be a pullback. Gold's not the market to trade off might. If we're doing this, then we'll do this. So as long as we tag lows here and close back above 3,800, I'm going long. And this is kind of why I want to be in this long right now. So should have been in this. This is good. You're breaking out. You're holding it. You're squeezing higher. As long as you know, like I say, as long as you hold above 3,800, thank you. Trade what's right in front of you. You know, it's okay to think price might pull back. You know, I wouldn't mind seeing a pullback on gold. I think a pullback would be pretty healthy. But what I want to happen and what are going to happen are two very, very different things. I want to be focusing on what's happening in the now. What's happening right in front of me. And what's happening right in front of me, we had this huge breakout in London. We came back down to hold it. We tagged lows. We had a beautiful hourly morning star. The 4 hours broken back above 3,800. So to me, all roads shout to the upside. Don't get me wrong. Anything can change, and I'll absolutely adapt. But right now, we're bullish. Still holding 1 mini from January. If you're holding 1 mini from January, you're retired. If I'd bought gold in January, I would be on the beach right now, sipping some cocktails and living life, because gold, I think, is up like 40% or something absolutely insane. Yeah, gold's up almost 40%, which is just absolutely ridiculous for an asset like gold to be up 40% in a year. It's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. So let's see here, guys. We've got London Open in 10 minutes here, guys. Again, this is the reason I would wait for London Open. You're breaking out, you're holding it, you're squeezing higher. Just get in the trade. That's what I'm saying here. Don't worry about what might happen. Trade what's right in front of you. What's happened is you've tagged lows, you've had a great breakout, you're pulling back, you're squeezing. I'd love to be in long from down here, but we weren't on yet. We just jumped on. So let's see if we can play this range from here to here. It's nice 60 tick range. Nice 60 tick range. Oh, good question, Oscars. Could you share how you manage the quiet periods during the trading day when there are no setups? It's a great question, man. This is the absolute key in trading, is knowing when to trade and when not to trade. How do you deal with the thought and urge to trade, and how do you maintain focus? That's a fantastic question, man. And this is like I say, this is the absolute key to trading success. It's not about taking more winning trades. It's about filtering out more of the bad trades. And more of the bad trades come from boredom or being sat on the charts. But the good thing about trading gold is a lot of the trades on gold are mainly based off the hourly time frame. So when you're pretty much waiting for hourly candle closures, like here today in Asia, you could have waited for this candle here at 3 a.m., tag the lows and close, and you could be gone your charts at 4 a.m. and press buy. And when you realize you don't need to sit here and watch every single 5-minute candle closure, I utilize alerts and I just look at candle closures. For instance, right now, if I wasn't on stream with you guys, okay, cool, it's 7:53. There's no point in me watching this for the next 7 minutes. Why don't I just walk away for 7 minutes and see how that hourly is going to close? We're going to get the London Open, and then I'll take my trade. You also have to realize that the markets don't move as fast as you think. I think everyone's so worried that the markets are just going to rip without them, or it's going to rip down and you're going to miss some sort of crazy move. It's like when you actually zoom out, you realize the market's very odd circumstance. It might move without you, but realistically, it's not going to move that fast, and you're really not going to miss anything. So you want to be waiting for high time frame closures, and that's the absolute key on gold. If you wait for them high, look at this yesterday. Look at this yesterday, guys. Like if we had just waited for this 8 a.m. candle, tagged lows, hold the support, we jump on at 9 a.m. We go, that is a clear as day buy. There's your stop low, the liquidity low. And there's your great trade up into that 3,800 level. Amazing trade. Same as here today. This Audi's just tagged hasn't closed bearish. If you didn't get short, cool. You want to wait for this candle to play out. You see this candle tag lows and close bullish. You jump on at the next Audi close. There's your next trade. You don't need to when you're waiting for higher time frame candles to confirm your move, for instance here, you're wanting to see this 3 a.m. candle close to confirm how you're going to trade this move. Therefore, just walk away for an hour. You don't need to sit there and watch it. But also, you have to be able to walk away. Otherwise, if you want to go to full time in trading, but all you can think about is charts 24/7, it's the most stressful career in the world. You can't enjoy family time, you can't enjoy time with friends, because all you're worried about is, oh, what are the charts doing? And you have to also remember, we're getting deep now, you also have to remember that you don't need to be trading multiple times a day, every single day, to be making good money in trading. You need quality over quantity. Let's say your average is to make like 2,000 a month per account. Well, you break that down to 500 per week. At one contract, that's 50 ticks a week on gold. Well, gold here this morning has moved up 250 ticks. Now, you're obviously not going to catch all of that, but if your job is to just catch 50 of that a week and you'd be making great money, then you go, okay, cool, well, it's not actually that big of a move. Therefore, let me just wait for the quality setups and stop trying to chase every single market move. Gold have a nice bit of a pullback here, guys. We could get some nice longs here at the London Open. But Oscar's, it's a great question, man. It's a great question. The way I maintain focus is knowing when to trade and knowing when not to trade. For example, here, when this tag hasn't closed as bearish, if I'm not in shorts, well, then there's no need for me to watch this candle. I need to see how this candle is going to play out for me to trade the next one. Therefore, at this 3 a.m. candle, I just walk away for an hour. Walk away for an hour, take a break, do something else, maintain my mental capital, and then trade this candle. And if this candle, didn't grab the lows and just closed doji, then cool, I'll walk away for another hour. For instance, like here, like in this area here, I could have literally walked away for 1, 2, 3, 4 hours. And I know I'm really not going to miss anything because you're just ranging. So if I let this hour play out, I come back at 11 o'clock, I see this candle close doji, okay, cool, but there's no need for me to trade this, walk away. I come on at 12 o'clock, this candle close doji, cool, walk away, cool. Now we're getting some volume, now I might want to take my trade. Exactly the same as what happened up here yesterday. If you jump on and you see your Audi's closed doji, cool, walk away for the next hour. You will kind of get to a point where it's kind of easy to understand if there's going to be a trade or not on gold. They're based off how the higher time frame's closing. And that's what's going to help you with day trading. If you can understand what the higher time frame markets are going to do, it's the same as when, gold's peaking all-time highs. Well, when you're at price discovery levels, I'm not going to trade it. I'm going to let it pull back. Therefore, I can walk away for like 2-3 hours. And this is kind of, again, why everyone gets such amazing backtesting results and then such poor live trading results. Is because when they're backtesting, they're skipping these candles along. However, when it comes to real-time market trading, they're watching this like on the 5-minute, like a hawk trying to find the next breakout. Whereas you don't do that when you're backtesting, so don't do it in live markets. And being able to take that step back is going to help you in the long run. Because you need to be able to detach from the charts to be able to actually enjoy the freedom that can come with trading. So like I say, when I first started taking the leap into full-time trading, before I was doing the YouTube document like that, it was very stressful. I thought I had to be on the charts 24/7, and it's one of the worst places to be in trading. We all get into trading for the freedom, so build them good habits now. And remember, your job in trading isn't to catch every single market move. Your job is to catch the moves that fit your plan. And if you don't have a plan, then you have to build one. Build a plan that gives you freedom of trading as well. Like if gold rips up 100 ticks today and I don't get it, guess what? I'll come back in New York or I'll come back tomorrow and I'll still get my trade. Same as here yesterday. Gold ripped down, 300 ticks? I didn't get any of it. But guess what? I'll come on today and I'll still get my piece. Could you please tell us how you hold onto a trade when you're in a bit of drawdown? What do you mean hold on to a trade when you're in a bit of drawdown? Drawdown doesn't mean the trades... I mean, you cut trades based on closures, but that's all in the content, man. Knowing when to cut trades is all in the content. I mean, drawdowns, as long as the trade hasn't closed against you on like a 30-minute time frame, you just hold it. You don't do anything. You have your execution, you have your stops, you just let the trade breathe. Don't sit there and watch it if you don't want to. You could set some alerts as well. But for me, 30-minute closure against me is... I'm typically wrong. So as long as I don't get a 30-minute closure against me, then yeah, just keep holding. Drawdown's part of trading. You're not going to have a perfect entry in no drawdown. You have to get comfortable with drawdown. You also have to get comfortable with losses. So hourly's closing a little bit bearish here, guys, which is nice. So what I'm thinking here is this London may open, come back down, wick into this 3,800 level, and then we're going to see if we can get long and get something like this. So let's see if we get a little bit of a bottom wick here on this hour on gold, and potentially look to get long. Open of the top wick is not what I want to see. I want to see a bottom wick into these hourly lows, and then buying, like I say, from anywhere down below this hourly low, exactly the same as yesterday's London trade. We're buying below hourly lows, trying to get this big play up. We want to buy below these hourly lows, trying to get this big play up. So this is looking nice here. This is looking good. We got London Open here as well, guys. So let's see what we get here for this London Open. Do you watch football? If so, who's your team? Not really, to be honest, man. I used to watch football. I was an Arsenal fan, but I don't really watch it. Don't really watch it too much more, man. Topstep does not allow you to hold positions overnight, and that's correct. You can't hold positions overnight. But if you're trading the hourly time frame, you can hold position for a pretty decent amount of time. You can hold a trade from London and hold it for 2 hours, and you'll be absolutely fine. You know, I'm not holding my trades for 5+ hours, but I'm gonna hold a trade for, if I get a good trade, 1 to 2 hours. It's probably the nicest way to trade here on gold. So let me see here. It's still a good area to buy. If we break out, I will still just take it from here. To me, this is still a nice breakout level, especially when we look at this 4 hour. It is 4 hour. Retested these previous highs, which is intraday resistance, broke support. Let's see if we can get it from here. Let's see. Got London Open here as well, guys. Have a look at NQ. NQ's already had a very nice move up here. Look at this beautiful move here on NQ. Breaking out this very nice support level. So if we can get a bit of a pullback here on NQ, I would like to keep buying. Not really, to be honest, man. Not really, man. I don't think it will make any difference. I mean, algo trading's been in the markets for way before AI was even a thing, so nah, I don't think it'll have too much effect, man. Don't think so. If we get bullish breakout here, tagging the lows, closing bullish, I can get long here on gold, buying up into this previous 4 hour high around this 38.14 level. Hey, buddy. So let's see. I would have liked to see a little bit of a bottom wick here. But again, it's a good breakout level. You just want to take it. You want to trade what's right in front of you. Let me see. 4 hour on the currency looking good. And then just have a look at this. Look at this currency chart. Make this bigger. See, we had this very nice morning star here. A little bit of a pullback, trying to break higher. I would have liked to see this hourly maybe just come down and wick some lows. But like I said, if we just start breaking from here, it's worth taking because you kind of already have had the breakout and pullback. Came down, tagged the lows, broke out, pull back. So I wouldn't mind maybe a 15-minute bullish closure, and I may see if we can take this higher. Let's see. Yeah, massive trend line as well, man. Yep, absolutely. Huge trend line coming down like this. Look at this. This is beautiful. This is why I really want to be in this, because I reckon a lot of people will be trapped in something like this. A lot of people trying to short third touches of trend lines. To me, that's a great opportunity to long into most people trying to sell, and see if you can squeeze them out there. See if you can squeeze them out. What's copper been up to recently? Wow, look at that. What a choppy day on copper yesterday. Wow, look at that. Lots of chop yesterday on copper. I did like them. We spoke about the sells yesterday on copper. I still like these sells. On copper. Back down into 4.6. 4.6 and lower, to be honest. My shorts on copper are more so based off this weekly time frame. Coming down, tagging last week's low. Trying to see if we can get a little bit of a squeeze here, but copper looks very, 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 very chubby. So I would stay out of this market for now. But again though, trend line coming up, you might come down and squeeze that as well. So potential shorts on copper overall, back down into 4.6 and back down into that 4576 level. Goldie potential longs coming in here as well. I just want to see maybe even just a 15. That's a pretty decent 5-minute close there. Look at that. If you get a steep bottom wick here, you may take this. This is a pretty decent bounce here already. This is some pretty decent pre-London, London Open volume here. If you can pull back, I might see if we can get a little scalp here. What would you be looking at? 45 to 50. Let's see, Goldie. Let's see. I'm watching the 15-minute, 30-minute on this currency chart as well. See what we get here on Goldie. Goldie's been pretty good to us this week, so I want to see if we get some trades. It's only Wednesday as well. Only Wednesday. $15 kind of back at the resistance. Up into this first liquidity though, which is previous 4-hour highs, is 54 ticks. That's a nice double top here. Previous 4-hour high. I would have loved to have seen a little bit more here of a pullback at the London Open, but that's a pretty decent breakout here. That 1 5-minute candle, the London Open, 52 ticks engulfing the past like hour or so. Which is pretty nice. Let's see. You guys on YouTube, 600 people tune in. Remember, drop a like for the Topstep stream here as well. We had a great trade yesterday. We'll see if we get here for the day as well. We can look at other markets. Doesn't just have to be Goldie, guys. Feel free to send it over. Or we can have a look at some. We can have a look at the euro. We can have a look at the pound. Just want to see if this gold's going to shape up here. Hi, Aaron. How are you? I'm good, thank you, man. Hope you're doing well. Where am I trading from? Trading from Spain, man. Trading from Spain. Yeah, still traveling around Europe, man. I've been set up here in Spain for like 2 or 3 weeks or something. I'll be here for a couple more weeks, man. So, yeah, still traveling, but also kind of not really like traveling frequently, just more so month to month at the minute. I'm enjoying kind of unpacking a little bit. But yeah, still on the road, man. Absolutely. I like kind of getting set up for like at least a month. Then you can kind of unpack, get the trading set up. But we'll be heading on to some new adventures in the next couple of weeks, which will be fun. Gold trying to break out here, guys. Let's see. I just want to see this 5-minute close in 2 minutes. See maybe bottom wick and we can see if we can take this. I think you get a lot of people trying to short here on gold. A lot of people trying to short. We'll see if we can take it higher. The only thing is that 15 is coming right back up into that resistance. See here, right into that resistance. You're also tagging hourly highs here as well. Let's see. NQ having a nice pullback as well, which is what we want to see. The second that we see some support being formed on NQ, wouldn't mind seeing this go higher as well. If I'm going to trade NQ though, I want to trade on a combine. Can we look at US 30? Yep, absolutely. Can we have a look at the Dow? Absolutely. Let me just see this. Just see this close here on gold. Maybe wait for the 15. Yeah, let's have a look. We got time. Let's have a look. So let's do a quick bit of top down here. So you did hit some all-time highs here on the Dow. Look at this, huge all-time highs. 4,700 tagged and rejecting. So Dow has still been very, very, very bullish. Let's get rid of these levels. What are we up here from this big run? huge, 20%, massive. You did have a pretty aggressive reversal from that 4,700 level. Big reversal there. Look at that. Hit that 4,700. Where have we gone? And let me just change this to 4,700, 47,000, and rejected pretty aggressively. So it looks like you may get a bit of a pullback here on the Dow. You got some nice lows down here printed from yesterday as well. So I'll be seeing if you can get a potential short here on the Dow. And this looks nice to come back down into these lows here. Especially, look at that daily. I mean, the daily is looking a little bit choppy, which you have been for pretty much the whole week. But that's a very nice wick of 47,000, wick and back below. I would look for potential shorts into yesterday's low. And you kind of already see, you're kind of already getting a pretty decent sell-off here. Which makes sense, you know, when we look at this kind of area here. Nice resistance, broke above, nice morning star support. So you're kind of already having a decent bounce from here. So if you can get a bit of a pullback, yeah, you'd want to see if you can, get short here. I'll see if you can get short. Let's have a look at gold, guys. We've got this 15 candle closure coming in here. If we break above here, then a quick bottom wick, we can see if we can take these longs. The only thing about gold is right now is, like I say, we are at that resistance. So if we break above it, great. Let me just make this 100%. If we break above this, that would be even nicer. Because what we are doing here on gold is, let me just show you guys. We go back to this hourly. There wasn't much of a bottom wick here on this current hourly. And we're back at that hourly resistance. Ideally, we want to be buying from the support. That's what I was maybe seeing. I would have loved it if this London Open could come down for a bit of a liquidity break before going higher. Kind of pretty much what we saw yesterday at London Open. Came down, tagged the lows, and then we broke higher. So there's not much of a bottom wick here. So, I mean, the 15 did, you know, tag the lows, held support, trying to get back above. I do believe you'll get a lot of people trying to short this. So the longs still do make sense overall, but we just want to make sure we're getting it at a good area. How come you're not afraid of missing this breakout? Because afraid of missing it? It hasn't happened yet. The breakout hasn't happened yet. I'm just waiting for this candle to close. As soon as this candle closes, boom, amazing. You can't be afraid of what might happen. You just react to what's right in front of you. The best breakout here this morning was Asia at 345. But you don't really get worried that you're going to miss a breakout. You're not trying to anticipate a breakout. You're trying to react to the breakout. So once the breakout comes in, then amazing. That's your confirmation. There's your trade. But you're not trying to worry about what might happen with trading. If you're too worried about what might happen, then you'll always just be talking yourself out of trades. So I let the breakout happen, and then I take my trade. So you tag lows, you break out, cool, then I get my trade. If you tag lows and break out, cool, then we get our trade. Same as here yesterday. You tag lows, you broke out, then you get your trade. Here, tag lows, break out, then you get your trade. One more time. sound like a bar over here. But it is the key. Tag lows. You don't worry about what might happen. If you worry about what might happen, you try and trade what you think. Then you break out. You try and chase it because you're scared you're going to miss the move. It's like, well, price is always going to pull back before pushing anyway. It's like, let the pullback happen. The trade's more confirmed, then you get your play. Exactly the same with the position we took yesterday here. You tag lows, you break out, boom. Then you get your trade. We've got 1 minute till this 15 candles closing here, guys. We're working out previous 15 highs, kind of holding this little range here. Holding this little pre-London range. Let's have a look. So we've got support here. Nice support here. Big resistance. Let's see. I think waiting for the top and bottom wicks to form is the probably the best thing I learned from you. Helps me to be more patient. Yep, absolutely, man. It's the key. So which is pretty much like right now on gold. You know, even if this 15 is going to break out and you get the urge to chase it, well, the next 15 is going to come down for a bottom wick before pushing anyway. So it's like you're not going to miss anything. That's just how the candles form. So wait for the candle to close, get your bottom wick, and then get your trade. But that's good to hear, man. That's the absolute key here. So 17 seconds. Not really breaking above here just yet on gold. We got time. I do still believe a lot of people will be trapped in these shorts. The more we pull back, the more opportunity we have to get a much bigger long here. What percent of risk is best for tackling combines? I find myself moving my stop loss into profit too quick to minimize losses with only a few percent of risk. If you find yourself moving your stop loss into profit, then that's not really, you shouldn't really be asking what percent of risk is best for combines. You should be trying to fix the issue of you're too scared to lose. Because that's all that is if you're moving your stop into profit too early, you're too scared of losing and not letting the trade breathe out. So therefore you want to understand and get over the barrier of being scared to lose. It depends on what you're trading, but for me, if I trade gold, I don't trail stops on gold. I don't move my stops into profit because gold doesn't really move like that. Gold's not really the market where you can trail. So you more so want to be working on how can you fix the issue of being scared to lose. But in terms of how much should you risk per combine, it completely depends on your psychology. Like if I risk 500 per trade, to some people that's too much and they mentally can't deal with that big a loss. So therefore it's completely individual. But remember, you can pass combines and you can get amazing payouts. Trading like 5 micros on gold, absolutely more than enough. There's no, right or wrong way. You need to kind of reverse engineer and look at your stats and work out how many trades can you give yourself before you maybe hit max loss limit. If your max loss limit is like 2,000, but you on average risk 1,000 per trade, then cool, you need to reduce your size because you're going to need way more than just 2 trades, as an example. So it's completely dependent. For me personally, if I'm trading a combine, like a 50 or 100, I'm trading 1 micro max. I'm never trading more than that. I'm typically trying to risk like maybe $200, $300, $400. Depends on the risk to reward of the trade. If I have a bigger stop, then I'll trade micros. If I can manage my risk around 20, 30 ticks, then I'll just trade 1 mini. But it's not, like I say, it's not really like an exact right or wrong way to answer. It's kind of like, how do you feel? Like, are you pretty comfortable risking $100? Then cool, do that. If the sound of risking, $300 is a bit too much for you, which is completely okay, then cool, trade smaller size. The key is getting consistent. You want to be focused on consistency. You get a lot of people trying to full port the combines. They build them bad habits, which in trading it's very hard to get rid of bad habits. And then you bring that to an express fund account, you end up losing the whole entire thing just as quick as you pass the combine. Because passing a combine doesn't mean you're consistent. And that's why I think a lot of people will get a combine and lose the funded account like literally the same week. You need to focus on consistency and having a good trading plan that you have proven to yourself actually works over a consistent basis. Let's have a look at the euro here, guys. Gold's trying to break back high, but kind of wicking highs, wicking lows. Bit of a range here on gold for now. Let's have a look at the euro here. What do we do on the euro? Look at this. So euro came up, tagged these highs, pulled back into that 1.18 level. Decent breakout. Now you're also having a pullback. So euro looks like we're coming for yesterday's low here. Let's have a look here, lower time frame. So we got some lows down here. Any bounce off this support will probably bring in some early buyers that are probably maybe looking to do something like this. Therefore, you can see the euro have a little bit of a squeeze lower here, stop out any early sellers. Yeah, this is nice. This is nice on the euro. I think you get a lot of people trapped in longs here. So if you can see this squeeze lower, shorts look nice here. So a little bit of a pullback on the euro. Maybe come up and tag some highs. Then I'll be looking to short this down into these 8 a.m. London lows from yesterday, around 1.8345-ish. Gold trying to break back out here again, guys. Let me see if this 5 minute gets back above. You know, I'll look to take it. You can manage risk pretty quick here as well. So tagging the lows, you're re-breaking back above. You got about 50 ticks into highs. You're risking maybe about 25. You got a nice 1 to 2 here. 30 minute looking like you're going to get back above. 15 trying to get back above as well. Let's see. Let's see. Can I open multiple windows on TopstepX? You can have multiple charts up like this. You can have as many as you want up here. You can change them to different charts on different screens as well. It doesn't just have to be gold and gold. You know, if you unlink them, then you can have whichever you want. So I have gold here, and then the micros here. I see a little bit of a pullback here on gold. Let's see. God, he loves these 50-minute wick fills lately. Yeah, it does. Yeah, that's the thing. That 15-minute here, tagged previous 30 highs, held resistance. Now you're right back up. If you had a little bit of a bottom wick, I'd love to be in this. I'm pretty skeptical buying this high though. Difference between this trade and this trade is you're buying at the lows. You're buying at the lows after liquidity grab. Here you're trying to buy the highs. It's a little bit tough. What do you understand about the XFA and why is it more difficult to pass? We don't pass an XFA. XFA is the account you get once you've proven that you can trade on the combine. Goldie having a bit of a breakout here, guys, but again, it's hard to want to chase this. Gold's already had such a big push up here. You're back at resistance, so it's kind of it's a pretty tough level to want to chase here on gold. He did have a nice little 5-minute fake out. Look at that. Tagged lows, closed back above. So if you get a bit more, would have been nice. I mean, if you mean like why is the combine difficult to pass? It's typically difficult to pass because the emotional attachment to the money. You're always focused on the dollar amount as opposed to being focused on what's right here in front of you. That's why you want to be able to trade these accounts with a completely neutral perspective. And sometimes getting that neutral perspective just comes from maybe losing a couple of accounts. You maybe get a bit more numb to it and you're like, okay, cool, I'm pretty fine with this. Gold tagging the previous hourly highs here, guys. This would be a management point if I was in this. Yeah, you want to trade the XFAs. Just, you know, don't think like, oh, this is it. This is the funded account. This is going to be what's going to set me free. You have to be more relaxed and just like, look, I'm just going to focus on taking good trades. Just focus on taking good trades and don't try and focus on the P&L all the time. Check the 4 hour on Crude. Let's have a look. How did we close yesterday on Crude? Pretty nice morning star play here. And look at this. Very nice longs yesterday on Crude. Crude back up into get rid of this. Crude back up into, let's say, 64.4-ish. Looks pretty nice. You know, very nice run up yesterday. You may get a 4 hour fake out here as well. You know, you've tagged the 4 hour lows, you're holding some support. You may get some nice longs here on Crude. If that's what you were looking at as well, this looks nice, man. You're kind of bouncing off this support. This would be a little bit of a no trade range for me in here. But if you can get back above, you can actually get some very nice longs here on Crude. Even back up into these highs from what, yesterday? Back up into highs from yesterday around, say, 63.9-ish. 64 just above. This looks pretty nice here on Crude. This looks nicer than gold because you're buying a morning star at support. Whereas with gold is right now, you know, you're trying to buy a breakout of resistance. It's much tougher. So I think Crude does look nice here. Excuse me. So gold here, guys, wicking out them previous hourly highs. Back at this big level here. 30-minute might break out. Gold's a little bit tough here. Like I say, this would have been what makes this trade nice compared to this trade? Exactly the same as the trade that we took yesterday. What made this trade nice is we're buying at the lows into resistance. You're buying at lows into resistance. You're almost buying at resistance. So we want to be, you can take these levels because you do still have targets above, but you just want to be more aggressive with the risk management. Do you like a certain combine more than the other? I like the 50s and 100s, man. That's probably what I've traded the most. I just like the ease of, maybe even like if you guys are starting out, get comfortable copy trading a couple of 50s because, you can trade, you can stick like 0.5 to 1 micro. Oh, there's a dog out there. Sammy's got a dog friend in the office today. But yeah, it depends on where you are at on your journey. If you're still pretty like early on, you're trying to get consistent payouts, man. 50 is more than enough. You can get great consistent payouts on a 50. Just trading one contract here on gold is amazing. More than enough. More than enough. You can scale the size and scale the size and scale the size and scale the contract size as you kind of get more consistent. But if you're trying to get consistent, you want to get a couple of payouts, start with the 50s. Start with 50s. So gold having a little bit of a pullback here, guys. You came up, tagged the highs, having a bit of a pullback. It's too hard for me to want to buy this high. Like I say, I do love the longs on gold up into this 38.14 level. But it's kind of pretty overextended for me here. I don't want to get trapped in trying to buy the highs here. And this could easily wick out. The way I would have bought in long here at this London Open is if you came back down for a bit of a liquidity wick before then going. I just kind of want to see how we react on this. Have a quick look at NQ. NQ was potentially shaping up for some support as well. Again, a bit of a steep push down here at the London Open. You got this first 30-minute close, the London Open coming up here as well, guys. NQ about to have a 30-minute fake out, so maybe you pull back more potentially. Gold, you may, let me see. Yeah, see, even 15-minute, you haven't really broken out of this range just yet, so you might get more of a steeper liquidity wick here before we do see that move. That would be ideal. That would be our ideal setup. Pull back into 3800 and then see if we can get these longs up into all-time highs. Aaron's my first time watching. Welcome, man. Welcome, Michael. Welcome. Do you ever go out over how you prepare for the London Open? It's pretty much what we do here before the London Open. We jump on at 7:30 London time, and the London Open's at 8 AM. So if you want to tune in when we first jump on, man, absolutely. That's how we do the London analysis. I don't do any prep before I jump on here with you guys because I want you guys to see firsthand what I do when I come on first thing in the morning, look at a completely naked chart and how to actually break down the markets. So before I jump on with you guys, this is my first time looking at a chart. So the way you guys see me breaking down the charts is exactly how you guys should be doing it on your own as well. You see me do all of the top down, we get on all our liquidity levels, and then we try and paint the picture for the lower time frame before we start dropping down here. So if you're new here, man, welcome. See if you're going to come along tomorrow when we first jump on at 7:30 London time, 1:30 Central time, and then we'll break down the markets before London Open. And sometimes, you can even get trades before London Open as well. It's not like the New York Open where you can't trade before the New York Open. Pre-London, especially recently, has been giving some great moves. Paul, Aaron, good morning, man. Some great advice this morning. Thank you, man. Appreciate you tuning in. See if we get some trades here as well. How long after having XFAs did it take you to get that mindset that this isn't the all-important account? Focus on the trade. Plenty of losses, Paul. Plenty of losses. There's a lot of things, for me anyway, that I found in trading I couldn't learn from a book. Like I had to take the mistakes. I had to feel that emotional pain to be able to learn from it and become numb to it. So like I can say to you guys, don't revenge trade. Don't FOMO into your trade. But it's only until you do it for a certain amount of time do you kind of become a bit numb to it. You still get the urges, don't get me wrong, but you kind of learn to react very differently to it. So for me, that was pretty much what the first 2 years were in trading. The 2 years were just consistently losing, and kind of going through that emotional pain to kind of get to a point now. It's like I just want to focus on the charts. That's why I say to you guys, you know, hide your balance, you know, change your charts to ticks and just focus on these candlesticks, not on the dollar amount. The more you focus on the dollar amount and the more you focus on trying to judge yourself day by day, the harder you're going to make it on yourself. And that's exactly what you don't want to do. So, you know, it might take you a couple of losses. It might take you a couple of months even, but you will get to a point where you just become more numb to the emotions and you can just focus more on the charts and what's right in front of you. But build the good habits now. You know, be okay with walking away, you know, not looking at your performance day to day. You know, you don't want to judge yourself day to day. You want to judge yourself on how you performed over the past, you know, couple of weeks to a couple of months. 30-minute closure here on gold, guys. You have just closed bullish. You tagged the highs. You did close nice and bullish here. 15-minute, not really getting it back above this resistance. 5-minute come down, wicking highs, wicking lows. I do still like the longs. I just don't like this higher time frame because the 30-minute did still break out here. You know, you still closed bullish above this range here. Here's your support. You've closed above. If we can re-break some highs with some good volume, I may take this at a quick scalp. And I would manage risk pretty quick. Let's see here. Let's see. I do like these longs. I like the longs. You know, I like these targets. If I'm going to take this, I'll consider a buy stop, not a market execution. Because I only want to take it if it re-breaks the high. So 30-minute coming down for that bottom wick. Let me see. I'm going to put a buy stop here. Wait, where are we? I better buy stop here on the break of this high here in a second. The risk off this level here. Do you trade ES and NQ and GC all the exact same way? I'm used to trading ES when New York Open or close, but because I'm in Oz, I really want to start looking at trading London Open, so it can accommodate. Yeah, I mean, trading mate, I've been in Australia for like 3 years. I didn't stay up until maybe the handful of times I might have stayed up late. You can get amazing trades trading gold, Asia, London, and New York. It's when I first went to Australia, like I don't know, 3-4 years ago. I thought you had to stay up till 1 a.m. to trade New York. It's like you absolutely don't. I never stayed up late trading New York. You can kind of see here on gold. You know, here on gold today in Asia, you've dropped down 150 ticks. You've then pushed all the way back up 200 before London's even opened. Well, at one contract, that's an absolutely huge trade. So for me personally, I mean, I don't trade ES and NQ anyway. I only trade gold because gold moves so well in the times that I trade and it suits me the best. But if I was to trade ES and NQ, yeah, I would trade it in the exact same way. Follows the same principles, grabbing highs and lows before having the real move and price action. Gold having a little bit of a breakout here, guys. Where's that 30-minute open? Let me go here. Let's see. Yeah, you definitely don't need to. It's also not sustainable. You know, you can do it a couple of times in Australia. Sometimes I did it a couple of times, maybe staying up till 12-1 if there was big news. But for me personally, it was very unsustainable. Therefore, I just adjusted my trading plan to what suits my lifestyle. And for me, that's just focusing on gold because gold gives me great setups in, like I say, Asia, London, and New York. Not that it's your job to trade all three, but it's nice to know that it moves very well in the times that you can trade. Which, for you guys who are over in Australia, which we have a lot of people tune in from Australia, you don't need to be staying up till 1, 2 a.m. If you want to, you know, that's fine. Maybe you work maybe an evening shift, or you like to stay up late. That's great. For me personally, I'm not really a night person. I'm more of a morning person. So when I was in Australia, trading for like 3 years, I was only trading Asia and London. That was it, and made great gains trading Asia and London. Gold having a decent breakout here, guys. Let's see if we can close bullish on this 5 for a quick scalp. Yeah, nice, Nick. 5 micros off that 30-minute flip. Yeah, I like that, man. I like that. You also came down and tagged the lows as well, so you're probably in something like this. Trying to get this nice play up. And like I say, up into these highs here. 54 ticks. Very nice. Very, very nice. We've got 1 minute till this 5 can close. We pull back. I might see if we can get it. Risk off these lows here. Yeah, that 30 flip was very nice though. Good entry there, man. Good entry. You want to see if you do take these longs on gold, you want to see it break this quickly and aggressively. Otherwise, if it stalls, remember, we still are at that hourly resistance. So you want to be managing aggressively. But yeah, I use the same plan to the way that we look at NQ. I don't have my liquidity levels in here right now, but we've been seeing some amazing London moves. Amazing London moves on NQ. Sometimes nicer than gold, you know, that's why it's nice to kind of watch both. So we absolutely break down NQ as well, man. There's nothing here on NQ today, but we break down NQ in these London sessions and give some great levels throughout the rest of the day as well, man. Absolutely. Yeah, look at this, guys. Gold stalling up here, guys. Wow, look at that big gap up there. They get a bit of a pullback here. Gold's kind of chopping at these highs, guys. Lots of chop here on gold. Where was your stop for that trade, Nick? On that 5 low? That current 30 low? Like that? Or did you have it here, maybe? That would be nice. Bottom wick gold, please. $13 ticks. Yeah, 13 ticks. Stop off the 5-minute low. Yeah, nice. So you're in that 30 flip. You're risking off that low. What's that? Is that 13 ticks? Yeah, beautiful, man. Beautiful. You're risking 13 ticks to make 50. It's a very nice risk to reward, man. Very nice risk to reward. And you can probably manage soon, to be honest. Let's have a look. Wow, look at that. Yeah, Crude having the breakout there. Look at that in the first couple of minutes of this 30-minute open, you're pushing. Crude longs up into that. I don't trade Crude, but them longs up into that 63.90 looks very nice. Very nice. Hey, bud, when will you start doing the bodybuilding fitness stuff again? Loved your content. I think you might have me mixed up with someone else, man. I've never done bodybuilding fitness content. You may have me mixed up. I'll take the compliment though. You might be safe here, Nick. That little gap up there on gold might actually keep you in there. Please talk more about your no trade zone and price discovery zones. Yeah, that's a great question, man. It's a very good question. So my no trade ranges on gold is ranges where I don't want to get chopped up. So kind of like this in Asia. When I look at the hourly time frame, and you want to be doing these no trade ranges on the higher time frame. Let's find an example where I don't have analysis drawn. Kind of like, let me see here. Kind of like here. My no trade ranges are on the hourly time frame. For instance, here. This would be my no trade range on the hourly time frame. Therefore, I don't need to drop down to low time frame in here, and I can just wait for hourly closures, because I know if the hourly's ranging this tight and this aggressive, then dropping down to 5-minute is going to give me zero benefit other than just chopping me up even more. Where's that gone? Where's our range gone? Where is it gone? Here. You know, these are the times where everyone gives back their gains. You try and read 5-minute price action when gold's in an aggressive, you know, 20, 30 tick hourly range, you get chopped up all day long. And all you want to be doing is waiting for these high time frame closures to close in your favor with the direction you're looking at, and then take your trade. So we don't really have one right now on gold. We did have one maybe in a, look at this guy's gold pushing. Just wanted a quick little bottom wick on that 5 to get in. Very choppy, but we are squeezing higher. I mean, to be fair, you could have even said like this is a, let's see, on a 15. You could even say this is a no trade range for you if you don't want to. Don't trade in this range, but once you break out and you have targets, cool, then you can get your trade. But you want to be doing your no trade ranges whenever you jump on the hourly time frame. Kind of like here, to be honest, in Asia. I would have been saying this is my no trade range in here. Because you're trying to close above, below. Look how small this range is. This is like a, 30 tick range. It's tiny. Therefore, if you try and trade this range on a 5-minute, you're just going to get chopped up all day long. I'll let you break out. Oh, cool. Maybe it's time to go long. Straight back below. Oh, we're breaking low. Maybe it's time to go short. Straight back above. Oh, we're breaking out again. Maybe it's time to go long. Straight back below. And that's where you can just get chopped up all day long. Even here, you break out. Oh, cool. Maybe it's time for me to go long. Nope. Back in the range. Above. Nope. Back in the range. Below. Nope. Back in the range. Above. Nope. And then you have the real push. Whereas if you just wait for that higher time frame to actually close above or below, you'll have a way easier trade. You know, trading shouldn't be stressful. If you're getting stressed all the time in trading, it's probably because you're focusing too much on, you know, the 5 minute when the hourly time frame, it hasn't really shown you anything just yet. So gold having a decent breakout here, guys. I'd love to be in this, but again, it's tough for me to want to buy gold this high. And I was kind of hoping to see if this 5 minute can actually close above little bottom wick and then see if we can take it. But this is it's too high for me to want to buy gold here. Do I add to my position to possibly hit my target sooner? Does your plan tell you to add into your... I mean, you want to be adding into winning trades because it's a winning trade. You don't want to be adding into a winning trade because you want to get out quicker. That doesn't really make sense. If you want to add into a winning trade because you want to be able to get out quicker to make your gains quicker, then that sounds like you're trading from more of an emotional perspective. You add into a winning trade because you have reasons that it's breaking out and you know you got good targets, but you never want to add into a position just because you want to get out sooner. But again, though, you know these are things that your plan should be answering that question. Does your plan tell you to add into a winning trade? If so, yes, amazing, cool, take the trade, fantastic. But I don't think your plan would tell you to entering into a winning trade just to make gains quicker, because that's essentially what you're asking. You're essentially asking, well, if I add into more of a trade now, I'm going to make more money quicker without actually thinking yes, but you're probably going to average a worse entry, and you could also go into some pretty big drawdown. And if you're trying to, you know, take this trade that's either going to make or break the account, at some point you're going to build a bad habit and it will break the account. We've all had them times where, you know, we got really hopeful in a trade and it did work out. You try and do that, you know, out of 100 plus trades, you will blow up, unfortunately. Just closed half. Yeah, nice, Nick. Nice. That 30-minute flip was very nice there, man. 30-minute flip, you're up 40 ticks. Very nice trade, Nick. Very, very nice trade. Very nice. Broke out here in the 30, had a quick little bit of a pullback. You got 50 up into these highs, but even 40 here is a nice, very nice scalp, man. Very, very nice scalp. Thank you. NQ finding some support, which is nice. Goldie's just squeezing here, guys. No real sort of pullback, just open and just pushing. Why am I sabotaging myself? I mean, there's many of different reasons why you could be sabotaging yourself. It's kind of hard to know without seeing where you could be going right or wrong. But I mean, I guess a lot of people sabotage because they're putting too much pressure on themselves to have to make money all the time, as opposed to actually just trusting the process. Like I said, you guys know, trading's not a question of if I get consistent, I might make money. It's like, no, if you get good and consistent trading, you will make money. So don't put so much pressure on yourself to have to make money. Caught that 30-minute flip as well. Nice, Clays. Nice. 30-minute flip. Beautiful. Yeah, good job. Beautiful work. Yeah, if you're in that 30-minute flip, you know, you do have the targets up here of 53, but to be honest, you're hitting like 43. You're back at some big resistance. I'd be locking in there. Like, look at this. You're back at this big resistance. There's a very high chance, you know, we will come and liquidate these highs, based off the analysis that we gave earlier, that a lot of people would be trying to sell here. Stops above. But considering, you know, from these lows here, gold is already up 270 ticks. You could easily pull back. So, yeah, good job if you guys are in that 30 flip. I'd be locking it in there personally. What are you up on that 30 flip? Yeah, 43 ticks. 43 ticks for a, what, 15-minute London scalp is very nice. Very, very, very nice. Yeah, good job. Beautiful work. I would have loved to be in as well. This, you know, if this candle here broke out, little bit of wick, I'd take it. But you're kind of holding resistance, holding support, don't want to get chopped up. By the time you do close above, well, by the time you've closed above from here to here is 25 ticks. It's too aggressive. But nice trade, guys. Very nice trade. So sometimes, you know, just focusing on this 30-minute, keeping it simple is very nice. Even here, again, look at this on gold. Before we jumped on here. You broke above, you held it, you squeeze higher. Like, that would have been just a lovely, lovely, lovely area there. Look at that. 85 ticks. At, what was that? At, about 7.15. Look at that, lovely run. Not the nicest of intraday price action, but still, really nice balance. That's why sometimes, you know, you buy these levels, you set your alerts, you walk away, and it ends up doing very, very, very nice. 40 ticks, done for the day. Beautiful work, man. 40 ticks, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Good job. Ooh, NQ finding some support here as well, guys. Remember, NQ fake outs. NQ get bought back up at any point. You're tagging previous lows here. You're holding that view up. You could get some longs on NQ. If it's not something you don't trade anyway, but you're trading just because gold didn't give you a trade, don't trade it. But if you trade NQ anyway, this could be shaping up for a nice trade. You just had a nice 15-minute bounce from here as well. So if you can maybe pull back, retest either this wick here or a 30-minute fake out, NQ could actually shape up nicely. Look at this nice owly. Where would you want to be pulling back up into? Probably back up into, let's say, 24,900 looks like a pretty decent pullback level here on NQ. Hard to flip bullish and get back above here. Close 45 ticks across 3 combines. Amazing, Clays. Absolutely amazing. 45 ticks across 3 combines is fantastic, man. Absolutely amazing work. Copper, really? Let's have a look. I don't really like copper. I like the copper sells. I would not want to trade here in copper. You could, I feel like in copper, if you trade this range, yeah, you could sit in this range for hours and hours and hours. And these are the trades where you take this trade, you sit in it for hours, and you go, why on earth did I take that trade? You end up getting stuck in a position you don't want to be in. But to me, honestly, I like downside here on copper. Again, obviously I could be wrong, but from what I'm seeing here, to me it looks like a potential head and shoulders. And I'm also looking at this weekly time frame, and it looks like we want to have a bit of a rollover. Especially this daily. Daily looks like we can come down and tag yesterday's low. But I feel like it's pretty 50-50 right now on NQ. Sorry, copper. I wouldn't want to get trapped in here. Copper chart is horrifying. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, this is one of them charts where some of you guys just asked before, how do you identify a no trade range? This is literally it. If you jump on and you see the hourly is like this, do not drop down to the 5-minute and try and trade this. If the hourly's ranging, the lower time frame is not going to tell you anything more other than chopping you up. So to me here, this would be my no trade range on copper. If we break below, great, you got great shorts into 4,600. If you break above, you know, this resistance here, at like, let's say, what, 65.40-ish, then cool, you may have some longs. And now copper's kind of one of them where you want to let the markets come to you. Yeah, it looks like an absolute barcode, yeah. Hey, Ian, what's going on, man? There was a nice 30-minute breakout here, but it was kind of a little bit too overextended for me to want to trade. The nicest buys here on gold today have been down here in Asia. You've already kind of had this very nice move up here, so London's in a little bit of a range here, so nothing for me yet so far, man. You know, I do still like these long targets here on gold, but I don't like buying gold from here. You know, you can watch on the 5-minute and be like, oh, this is a nice push, but it's like, you know, the nicest trade here on gold has been from here. So to be honest, what we want to see on gold is more of the way I would have got a trade here on gold, because we weren't already in these pre-London longs we got on it would have been if this hour here came down for a bottom wick into the lows, like we did yesterday here. We did the exact same thing yesterday. We had a lovely breakout. Tagged lows, lovely breakout. So if this London Open had come down and tagged these pre-London lows, then yeah, absolutely, that would have been very, very nice. Very, very nice. And what's the difference between the Traders Club and what's coming out on the 28th? Good question, man. So the Traders Club is more of like an active subscription to the community, like to watch me trade live, chat to all the other members. You get the trading course as well, but the Liquidity Edge is more of like an actual one-to-one for the people who maybe want to take it to the next level and want some more like one-to-one psychology and technical help as well. Still long from 37.90. Wow, 37.90. Beautiful. A PT for traders. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I guess you could kind of. It's more just a more personal one-to-one. 200 ticks. Wow, beautiful, man. Yeah, you got long, that was the perfect long, Ian. You got long from what? 37.90. That was the absolute perfect long. That's the best trade we've seen so far here. That's a beautiful trade. Yeah, do 100 reps of backtesting. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, trading journals your diet as well. Yeah, this was if you're in that long, Ian, that's a great trade. That's the nicest trade here. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Very, very good trade, man. Came at what, 4 a.m. London time? Very early, but very, 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 very nice. That's the thing with gold. It's not always, session based. It doesn't have to move, in a certain session. It moves depending on where it's at good levels. My biggest profit trade. Nice. Added a second contract. Amazing, man. Amazing. It's looking good. I'll be watching these highs here. That was that nice. Look at that. It was also below 4-hour lows as well. So you had 4-hour lows. You had a hourly morning star. You also had a very bullish bias on gold. That was a textbook trade. If that had come the London Open, that would have been beautiful. But it came at 4 a.m. Still, absolutely beautiful trade. Yeah, best setup of the day for sure. Best setup of the week, I think. That was absolutely beautiful. Kind of similar to what gold did yesterday, to be fair. 9 a.m. Buys after we jumped off yesterday was great. Tagged the lows. You got 1, 2, 3 equal highs. You had this liquidity level. You had 3,800. Beautiful. Pre-London Asia's been so good last 2 weeks. Yeah, pre-London Asia's been huge, man. Absolutely huge. It's because I moved to Europe. Yeah, because I moved to Europe. Asia's been having the plays. Asia's been having some great plays. And even the pre-London plays. They haven't been specifically pre-London, 6 till 7. They've been at like 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. or sometimes 6. Like where was this? What was this run up yesterday? Even here we tagged the lows 3 a.m., 4 a.m. There's a nice push. More buys at 8 a.m. Here this morning, 4 a.m. What's a 30-minute fake out? Great question, man. It's kind of what we had exactly here today. We had a beautiful 30-minute fake out here. So what a 30-minute fake out is a... It'd be easier if I can show you it here. Fly back to Australia with Asia session FOMO. Yeah, we're going back to Australia just to trade just to start trading Asia. Get back on the slow markets. So a 30-minute fake out is, let me just show you guys here. It's one of my favorite setups on gold. One of my absolutely favorite setups on gold. If you see these setups on gold, and you're able to spot these, you will get very, very, very nice trades. So a 30-minute fake out is a closure above or below a level of support. So you can kind of see here, you have this very nice support here. You close nice and bearish like this, even if you have it from, let's say here. You close nice and bearish. So what that does is it brings in a lot of people, they see, oh cool, you've broken out. We're probably going to come for a really big squeeze lower, and I'm going to try and get some shorts. And what we do is we wait for this candle to close back above. So once this candle here wicks the lows, this is 4-hour lows, and closes back above, that's a very, very nice 30-minute fake out. So you have to see that next candle close, this one here. So this bullish candle engulfed the previous candle, confirming the fake out. And then that's when you get your trade. So, okay, cool, you got nice 30-minute fake out buys. So then you can start taking your long. Once that candle closes, that's what confirms the move. You risk off the liquidity grab, and then you're looking for that continuation higher. And that's that beautiful trade, absolutely beautiful trade. So 30-minute fake outs when you get that strong closure above or below, kind of like here. Today in Asia. Asia was a little bit choppier because you had a bit of a bigger wick. But you can see here, you broke above, brings in a lot of early buys. You close right back below. There's your fake out sell confirmation. Didn't really drive that much down here today because you're in an hourly range. But that's pretty much what you want to be looking for. You kind of see here, you broke above, you broke right back below, pulled back, huge sell-off. You see them all the time here. Broke below, broke back above, lovely buys. If you can spot them on, 30-minute or the hourly time frame, then fake out opportunities can be very, 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 very nice. Very nice. So Goldie here kind of still stuck in this range, guys. Not too far from where we kind of started this stream. I do still like this to squeeze higher. I wouldn't be too surprised to see you get a steeper pullback here. So there's nothing really been missed here so far today, guys. You can see it's been a very choppy London session. But again, it's no surprise when you've had such a big move up. I think if we're going to see some more longs on gold, it's probably going to come closer to 10 a.m., I would say. I'd like to see this pullback. You know, you got some pretty big trend lines coming up here. Squeeze out any early buys, and then you're trying to see if you can take this. Just closed 214 ticks from 88.5. Wow, absolutely amazing trade, May. You guys are taking these Asia plays, which is amazing to see. 88.5. Incredible trade, man. Was that off the 30-minute man, or just setting your alerts and walking away? That was a fantastic trade, man. 37,885. 200 ticks is incredible, man. That's your week done. That's absolutely amazing. You slowly scale up that size. You know, one contract, 200 ticks, man. It's a $2,000 trade right there. Executing off this liquidity grab and a fake out. Perfect trade. And not only is this a 30-minute fake out, it's also an absolutely beautiful morning star play. So morning star with a fake out, perfect. Still 2 days to donate it back. Would you consider short the pullback? Not unless you did something like this. If you tagged these highs and then broke back below, yeah, definitely I could consider a short the pullback. But if you haven't grabbed any upside liquidity, not yet. To me, there's a lot of stops sitting above here. So if you grab these stops and then break out, yeah, I can consider a pullback into 3,800. But I won't consider that pullback until you grab these highs. And if you don't grab these highs and pull back, then I'm still looking for longs. 10k days, yeah, absolutely. Copying this on 2 XFAs. Wow, amazing, Ian, amazing. Copy trading that across 2 XFAs is incredible. So what's that, 500 ticks. So Goldie in a little bit of range here today, guys. YouTube, guys, we've been on about an hour and a half here. Nothing missed so far here today. Remember, you could still get some NQ long shaping up from like 9 to 10 a.m., which you'll have D jumping on right after me as well. But for Goldie here, nothing really missed so far here, guys. We're pretty much, you know, not far away from where we basically started the stream. So patience will pay here on gold, guys. You know my analysis and levels for the rest of the day. Be watching gold for a potential pullback before having more longs up into all-time highs, and be watching also NQ for some potential hourly longs as well, which you've basically already got right back there. So good session today, guys. I appreciate you taking the time to tune in. Nice trade yesterday. No trades here for me today, but tomorrow is a brand new day. So trade safe, guys. I'll see you all then. Peace.